Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. On a bloody cold day outside, but in the sun it's not too bad as it were. So today, Kid in the Sweet Shop, what shall I review? I'll just pick something just to do a review. No, this one. So from The Thirsty Farmer, and this is their premium Nottinghamshire cider, 6%. And it says here, the Fair family first made cider on their farm in 1880 and supplied a public house at Weston-super-Mare, Somerset, and have been making cider, and most importantly drinking cider, ever since. Now we live in the rural Nottinghamshire. I like that, rural, that's nice. And grow our own cider apples, which enables us to continue our family tradition of producing quality cider while upholding the ancient art of cider making, which has been handed down to me by my father. And this is Andreas Fair. And basically it's somewhere in Notts, although it's got a Leicester postcode. thirstyfarmercider.co.uk. So, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I'm draining the apple juice wine. Now I don't expect it to be properly drinkable for a little bit because it's going to get stirred up a bit. And let me get a clean glass. Oh, it's gone down a bit. Bloody, I didn't expect it to go down that quick. Usually it takes a lot longer. I obviously give it a good suck when I suck the pipe, because obviously, as you know, with ferment homebrew, you have to suck the pipe to get the to get it going, basically. As you do with a lot of things, I suppose. But I'm not going to go down that route. That's wrong. So, quite a dark pour, really, for an apple cider. Amberish in colour, golden to amber, depending on how you look at it and what light you're looking at. White had lots of carbonation and lacing it, as you'd expect from a sparkly cider. On the nose, apples, funnily enough. Whoa, that's got some bite to it. Good strong bitey apple aroma. Not bad at all. So I thought, well, while I'm here, make a start, try and get this one into that, get the white wine put on to brew, and you know, start moving things along. The rosé wine's been sat there a week now, and before I get the white wine up there, I'm going to give it a damn bloody stir again, just to help, if it hasn't already fermented properly, to make sure it ferments properly. Sometimes with brews they stop for whatever reason, and sometimes you need to give them a bit of encouragement. And that's going down nicely. The draining of the apple juice already down to here, and I've only been chatting a few minutes, so that's ridiculously fast. Yeah. And should be a great summer, what with orange juice, cherry juice, and red grape, which I think is probably cherry juice on its own is really good. Cherry juice and red grape, wow. One of these days I'll actually make cider instead of making from juice wine. I would presume that you just use less sugar to get the to bring the alcohol content down to a normal cider content, or use 4 kilos and see how it turns out. Yeah, that might be an idea. One of these days. It's on the agenda, I think. A trial run. Anyway, back to this cider. So, always with this Thirsty Farmer, you can get it at co-ops around Nottinghamshire, because they do sell it. Not all co-ops though, some are better than others. There's an online company called Adventure Beer, and they're based in Nottinghamshire. They're based near me somewhere, and they will ship you. If you live in the NG area, they'll do it for free. Certain parts of the NG area, anyway. But if you're further afield, it's a great way of getting beers from the Nottinghamshire area if you live in another part of the country. And if anybody knows of any other beer websites that do the same, normal websites, not these multinational bloody things, you know, the ones that you see advertised all over Facebook and that, because everyone's in it for the money. It's a business, but they're in it to sell expensive stuff, and I'd rather just support like a local bloke who's getting the stock to him and then sending it out to the, you know, somewhere in that area. So this adventurebeer.com, they do it for Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire basically, and in that way it's great, because it's great. There's breweries I've never had a beer from, and I will get another order from him soon, and you know, support the local breweries, as it were. So that seems to have slowed down a little bit going down, which is great, because I'm stood here and I can't do anything else until it finishes. So I'm just making sure that it's on the bottom. Yeah. So with this, yeah, very good apple on the nose, apple on the taste, quite a nice kick to the apple as you're drinking it, the cider, and now I am doing apple juice wine, eh? Yeah, the good thing about the co-ops in Nottinghamshire, and I don't know if this is a co-op thing that they do all over, but they have a local brewery shelf or plinth, and basically they have a load of, and it depends on the shop. We've got one in West Bridgeford in Nottingham, and their local brewery plinth is massive and supporting a lot of different breweries, and very good. My one near me, which is in Bestwood Park, they're the nearest decent sized co-op near me. They've got a few, but not many. You know, they've got like a ladder rack, if you know what a ladder rack is. Ex-supermarket brokers will know. Oh, that 6% certainly resonating in the taste. It's got a good taste to it. Oh. And just doing this quickly before the daily coronavirus update. One thing for the BBC, doing this every day, they're getting some good viewing figures off it, because everybody wants to watch it and find out what the hell's going off. And if we're coming out of lockdown, I can't see lockdown coming out of lockdown for a long time. You would only have to look at China. They didn't come out of lockdown until there was no deaths. We're at 700 and some deaths. We are far more, so they say anyway. Can you believe what some of these countries say? Britain, Italy, Spain, America got nothing to lose by lying. You know, nothing to gain by lying. China, 3,000 from 1.4 billion? I would be very surprised if it wasn't a hell of a lot more. Unless it's just the fact that they are better. That lockdown came much quicker and stopped the flow much faster. Who knows? So, I can't press stop at the moment, and I can't finish my review off because I'm holding this bloody doodah. So, apple on the nose, apple on the taste, golden to amber colour, good carbonation and lacing. A nice apple taste with a strong bite. This is very much traditional cider drinking, traditional cider, shall we say. Yeah, got a good bite to it as I'm drinking it, and overall a decent cider. When you're looking for somewhere to put the bloody pint glass and you can't move. So, and obviously transferring it this way, no doubt I'm going to get some sediment. That's why when I put it into the barrel, I'm going to leave it a bit longer. This yeast has done some wonders, because it did the orange wine, and then I had to use it to do the apple wine. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, such a boring thing watching this go down. You know, it's like watching paint dry. Now after all this time, it should have made a nice wine. You would have thought. I'm going to give it a few days. It obviously hasn't cleared yet, because it's nowhere near clear. So I've got to do two things here. One, I'm watching it here. You can buy these hooky things that you look over the side, but it won't work on this anyway because it's a different design. And then I'm watching the barrel to make sure that I don't go overboard. And I'm also obviously making sure that I don't get too much sediment in the mix, because at some stage it's got to clear. And by God, it's boring doing it. It really is. Luckily we're not too far off the top now. So once we get near the top, a full barrel, I shall knock it on the head and turn this off. So did I give it a score? No, I don't think I did I? So yeah, Thirsty Farmer. Traditional cider, out of 5. 3.9 out of 5. And yes, it's as boring as sin. Fuck me. Oh, back to work tomorrow. Don't know what we're doing, because there shouldn't be hardly any work to do. So, and I'm a gardener. And they don't want me doing my proper work, which is strange. Although I think there'll come a time when they'll just stick it back on normal. But there's only so long you can go in the sort of job that I do before everywhere starts looking shit, and it won't be long before it gets to that. So, we're nearly there. And today, after this video, I should be doing a homebrew, actually doing the wine itself. So I've cleaned out the barrel anyway. Just getting down to the last nitty gritties now. The nitty gritties. And there we go. Don't want any of that crap going into the... So, it certainly isn't a clear wine at the moment. And let me show you, just for, I know it's not, I know this is a cider review, but yeah, if you've watched this all the way through, then you might as well see what I've actually been doing. And there you go, there's the wine. Right, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and see you soon. Cheers.